Hello and welcome to the Growing Green podcast. Your host, Jeremiah Jennings, is the owner of Growing Green Landscapes in Birmingham, Alabama, and has a passion for growing the entrepreneurship community for those who are young in business. Being a business owner isn't easy, especially in the early years, and that's why in this show we dive into a wide range of topics covering all the challenges small business owners deal with. Even if your company is generating $1 million or more, the stories from our great guest and Jeremiah's own firsthand experiences will propel your business forward. And now, here's your host, Jeremiah Jennings.
Is it just extreme ownership or is it extreme delegation at the end?
Extreme owner. Well, I haven't finished. I'm halfway.
No, I'm saying like the title of the book. It's just extreme ownership.
Doesn't
he have an extreme delegation too?
Probably.
Though?
Yes,
I think he does.
Yeah.
Because that's what I've realized.
The one that I'm reading now is like it'll talk about a real life military situation, and then it says application to real life or something.
Yeah.
So like one chapter skips.
Like back in Iraq when he was in the war, he'll do like a story and how it relates to the new principle he's learned.
His shows are like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Like insanely long.
Yeah.
But that's really drawn me in.
His podcast? He has a
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
You haven't heard his podcast?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I just hear like the quick snippets and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
No, yeah, his podcast is like literally 3 hours. Yeah, it's insane. So, because he's had, who's the dude that wrote Make Your Bed? The sergeant or the general?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's had him on before, and it was a good show. So, well, guys, if you're just not tuning in, you are just not tuning in because we're a minute into the show. But welcome to Big Sky, Montana. If you haven't heard these familiar voices before, we are here with Josh Sutton and Paul Capote from Miami. You might be one of the furthest away that have traveled from this.
Hopefully. I met another Floridian,
Really?
surprisingly.
Not Miami, though.
Not Miami.
Yeah. So you say that's, I mean, you can't go much further. Much further south.
Further south than me is. It's hard.
Are you from Miami originally?
Yes. Technically born in Hialeah, unfortunately. The town of Hialeah.
What is that?
Uptown you don't want to be in.
Okay. That's in Florida? Like, is that
it's in Miami. It's one of the little cities of Miami. Raised in Kendall, and now I am in Homestead, the dirty South.
Have you always had your accent? Your accent's sick to me. Like
accent. They say South Floridian people have
do y'all all talk that way?
Different accent, and we don't notice it.
Really?
Because it's not. It's a mix.
Do you have it too? A little bit.
I would say so.
Yeah.
The funniest part of being from Miami is that there's a lot of so many cultures. It's a melting pot.
Yeah.
So I work with Central Americans, and I'm Venezuelan. So I have my own slang in Spanish.
I was going to say, are you fluent?
Right, but yes, of course. And then, but I hang out with so many.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry. I hang out with a lot of Central Americans. Then I talk to them, and now it's like, hey, está bien chingón. You know, you tell them it's like.
What is that?
It's like, it's really good. It's like awesome. Really Something looks good.
Even I picked that up.
Yeah. Come on. You know, bien chingón.
I'm from Iowa.
You want to give you guys praise, tell them, hey, bien chingón.
How do you say I love Josh?
What?
How do you say I love Josh?
Te quiero, Josh. Te quiero mucho.
Sí. Bien, too.
Is there a reason why I can't hear you guys?
You can't hear me? You can't hear? Let me see.
Not good.
You need more? Let's see.
Oh, there you are.
You couldn't hear me?
No,
oh, my goodness. Now you can hear it in your ears? Okay, I had the wrong one up then.
A little lower,
Too hot? How about there? Is that better?
There you go.
Okay, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you should tell me. I didn't realize. Rookie podcaster here. Mr. Sutton.
How are you?
Good. Yeah, this is your first appearance.
I know. I've been putting you out
3
for
years
about
in the
3-4 years, yeah.
It's insane. Welcome.
Well, I'm happy to be on here.
Yeah. What is this?
I've been listening to you regularly.
Really?
When I stay caught up on this, I really
It's hard to
enjoy
get caught up.
Throughout the day, I put my earbuds in and I just go. And
I couldn't tell you last time I listen to music, honestly. Yeah. Like there's just so much
junkie.
Yeah. There's so many podcasts.
Yeah.
I almost feel like I get so much information, it's hard to act on it all.
It's like the book. We were just in here talking books. So if you listen to the beginning of the show, you heard us talking about extreme ownership, extreme delegation from Jocko Willink. Mm-hmm. We're basing that off of this book here that I'm reading to finish our 75 hard journey. Speaking of, if you're listening to today's show, Svenna isn't with us. She's here, but she's not on the show. Today's the last day. We have made it.
Congratulations.
We have gotten here. And so today's the last day of 75 hard. We're so excited. And anyway, my reading for this latter half of the 75 hard is Retire Young, Retire Rich from Robert Kiyosaki. Very good book. I would highly encourage anybody to read it, especially if you're trying to figure out like what you want to do with your life, where you want to go, how to make money work for you. That's a good way to go. But anyway, how did I get back to that? I was talking about, what were we saying? How did I talk about books? What were we saying?
We were talking about listening to podcasts and
we were talking
not
about
taking action on everything.
We read too much.
Yeah.
Like we were talking these 5 pages.
Overload.
Yeah.
But that's what's good about being this event, because like-minded people.
Yeah.
And this is why I came so far.
Yeah.
Because I have buddies that do have businesses, and they claim that they're all in. It's like, are you really all in?
Mm-hmm.
I asked my buddy, how many podcasts did you hear today? And they're like, oh, I haven't heard a podcast in weeks.
Yeah. But ask how much Drake or Eminem they listen to.
Yeah. Oh, that drives me nuts.
Yeah.
For the Miamians, it's Bad Bunny. It's
oh,
funny
my goodness.
You actually know what it is. But
Yeah.
I've spoke to people that don't even know what it is. But in Miami, it's just like this brainwash.
It's just like party culture there, isn't it?
Yeah. And exactly. So it's like, okay, the music's good for a bit. You want a little pump. But don't tell me you want to better yourself. And then I ask you, when was the last time you listened to a podcast?
Yeah.
And it's been weeks.
The thing that, I mean, like, just since y'all started business, like how long have you been in business?
8 years.
8? How long have you been in business?
2014.
Longer than I should have been.
9.
Yeah. I mean, y'all been in business long. So podcasts were
14.
probably a thing 8 years ago. I don't remember when podcasts came out.
Yeah.
But they weren't near as big as they were.
Yeah, I would say the last 2-3 years.
Like, the amount of free content that is out there,
There's no excuse.
Insane.
there's no excuse. Like, there's zero excuse for you to not be learning and growing yourself. Like, it just blows my mind that people actually sit there and don't put this stuff in.
What kills me is if you're doing good and you don't listen to podcasts, awesome. You have your stuff right, cool. You're diligent, awesome. But then you got the same guy that it calls you, this is happening. Oh, help me, pity me. And I'm not that friend to call. I'll tell him, hey, tighten up, bro. You know, look in the mirror.
Yeah, you
Look
can.
in the mirror.
It's your own fault. Like you know, I think Caleb said this before. You have the company you deserve, and like if you're not putting this stuff, I mean, and you're a huge proponent to that. I mean, like you've self-educated a ton on for your business, right? I mean, you've transformed.
Well, I have a bachelor's degree in horticulture, but I just I try to act
horticulture
out.
Isn't running a business, though.
No,
that's the thing.
That's not.
Like,
no,
it's so different.
Not at all. And I'm still learning. I'm telling you earlier, I've hired a business coach to help with some of the strategies and just kind of get us over the next hump. But yeah, I just literally I listen. I'm a podcast junkie. I listen probably 6 hours a day, honestly, through all Caleb, you. I listen to some of the bigger guys like Dave Ramsey's Entrepreneurial Leadership, and they're all telling you the same thing over and over. But
everybody's putting in different perspectives.
Yeah, but it's actually applying it. You know, it's not just absorbing it and then sitting on that information.
Well, what is the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result.
Exactly.
What's nice is like when a client is giving you a hard time, and then you've heard it over and over in a podcast, and you're like, this is my moment to tell this client to go kick rocks.
Yeah.
And it just feels so good. It's like, this is what I listen to the podcast for, you know? It's like, no, you got the wrong company. You got the wrong guy. I'm not going to lower my price or whatever the case may be.
And you know there's other people that are doing it too. You're not like the only one.
Yeah, no, and I've caught myself doing, it's okay, I'll adjust my schedule. Or no, it's my schedule. Yeah. Or the price or vice versa, whatever it is. When you get that vibe from the client and you've heard the podcast and you hear it in your ear and you don't take action there, it's like, this is why you listen to the podcast. So,
That's good. That's good. No, I mean, there's so many directions we could go. I don't even. We just sat down and hit record. Literally, we were just mid conversation, hit record. What is business like? I mean, what's business going for you, Josh? I mean,
it's been this year.
You've been doing some big installs this year.
Yeah, we started with our first pool, which was
looked a little crazy.
Yeah, I posted pretty real footage of it as we did it, and it was a horrible time of year. But our client had a pool installed that we had to remove because it failed before it was even finished installed.
You're kidding?
No, he paid $60,000 to have this pool put in, and it was botched. It was a couple older contractors from up in St. Joe north of us, and they came in, and the day they showed up with their U-Haul trailer and their half-ton truck and their rental skid steer and asking if they could use our dump truck, we were just like, how are you installing a pool without dump truck?
Wait, what were y'all doing there? The landscape?
We were there. We installed a big limestone wall. We were supposed to get the site leveled out and built a wall. And so we did that, and then we were supposed to put the irrigation back together and landscape when they were done, which was supposed to take 2 weeks to get this pool done.
Yeah.
4 months. 4 months
little
later.
Did that customer know?
Yeah. It was just going south. The poolcrete was failing. They swept it in. They put it in dry and sprayed it with a shower wand, about a 1/4 inch thick. Supposed to be 2 inches minimum. And
so he paid them to do the whole project.
Yeah, he paid them to do everything, and they were a sub of a general contractor. The general was trying to make money, so he hired the cheapest pool company he could, and it just went south from there. And then December came, and we were supposed to be finishing everything up, and he's like, I'm going to have to cancel with you, Josh. I've got to fire this pool company. We've got to find a new one. We don't know who we're going to get because everybody's booked for 1.5 years out, and nobody wants to rip out this crap pool, put in a new one. And I'm like, well, we've got a month free here because we're not landscaping your house now, so we could give it a shot. We've got equipment, and we've got some time now. So he's like, yeah.
So did you tell him up front? You were like, this is our first one?
I told him, I said, I'll give you a quote, but this is our first one.
Okay, this is –
and so
I'm kind of shocked. Like, he just got screwed by a pool company.
Yeah.
I can't believe he took on somebody who said they didn't know.
He was so impressed with how we handled the wall and everything up to that point, and he's a firefighter also, and 2 of my buddies are in his fire station. And so I've done work for all of them, and they vouch for me. They're like, no, Josh will do phenomenal work. He's not going to, even if it's his first, it's going to be the best thing you've ever seen. Nice. And I told him that, and I was like, whether it's my first or last pool, it's going to be 110%. We're not going to put any garbage in that we're not going to be proud of because I'd like to do more.
Yeah.
And so he's like, well, give me a quote. And I was actually $10,000 more than the most expensive pool company. And he's like, this is your first pool. I'm like, yeah, I told you. This is my first one. I'm going to be learning. I'm probably going to forget, $10,000 to $15,000 worth of stuff I need. And he was like, well, I really trust you, and I love your answer to that. You didn't back down, and I trust that you're going to do a good job. Let's go ahead and do this.
That's insane.
And we were like,
that's sick.
Oh, crap. Like, now we got to do this. And so
that's one of those you're like, man, I gave the price, but I didn't really want it.
Jeremiah, this is a Spanish saying now. Now we're going to bring the Spanish back.
Okay.
The Spanish saying is lo barato sale caro.
I like
which means what's cheap ends up being expensive.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's
so
good,
we literally took the excavator,
paid twice probably,
smashed his pool that he just paid $30,000 for the kit on Pool Warehouse. We smashed it into a dumpster. They hauled it off. No, it's steel. It's a vinyl liner. So they had all the steel walls, and they backfilled it with mud and dirt, so the walls were already caving in.
They didn't put any.
It was garbage. All the plumbing was above grade. Just horrendous work. And
okay, I'm literally shook right now.
Yeah. So the client was, expecting to have a pool in 2 weeks, and it's been 6 months. Their yard, this is a nice neighborhood. It's just a mud.
The yard's destroyed.
The other contractor drove through the neighbor's yard to get to his backyard with the truck and trailer, so his yard's all rutted up from these guys.
Oh.
And it was just the worst disaster. I have pictures on Instagram you can go back to, but
okay, I got to go back and find. You have the before pictures?
Yeah. I have a lot of.
Okay, so
and if you click on pools, on my highlights, you'll see all the stories. And then it was one of the lowest points in the neighborhood, so it would rain, and then it would all flood and fill with water.
I remember when the pool was full.
I was literally so this pool job. I sold it high, but it ended up taking us from like late January all the way to May 13th.
Yeah.
They were very, very patient, and they knew the whole process was just rain and mud, and then it was frozen, so he couldn't pour concrete with it being under 45 degrees. So we're learning as we go, so we're a little slower. Like,
did y'all have to sub anything out, or did y'all do it all?
No, we ended up subbing like the poolcrete, the liner, which was a horrendous Hispanic guy. Don't have anything against Hispanic guys. This guy told me $2,800. I'll do the poolcrete, set the liner,
and then he forgot to tell you the material wasn't included.
Yeah, well, I bought all that, and then he was there maybe a total of 12 hours, and the bill suddenly is $6,400 at the end of the job. And the pool liner's got wrinkles in it. Concrete's kind of mediocre.
I always say, hey, I'm a Latin guy.
Yeah.
And I always say we have to step it up.
Yeah.
Because I'm in a community where there is a lot. It's a Latin dominated.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate hearing that we're a minority. In South Florida, we're not a minority.
Yeah, you're the majority, yeah.
And it kind of bothers me, but whatever. That's aside the point. You see a Latin guy, right? He runs it, and he throws all his tools in the trailer just like wherever they land. And then you see an American ran company, and everything is like where it needs to go. It's labeled and stuff. It's like, wow, you know?
Haven't seen my trailer, apparently.
So just say, I guess I'm Latin. I didn't know it.
No. I've seen your guys' stuff.
Yeah.
I've seen your guys' stuff. And I'm Latin, so I vouch for that.
Yeah.
So I can say I fall for that sometimes.
Yeah.
And that's why it's nice being here, you know, seeing you guys, the equipment, how everything's set up. Yeah. And it's like, okay, that's you guys setting an example.
Yeah, I mean that's good.
When you see every other guy in the street looking like that, they're like, oh, everyone, you know, what's the
big
deal?
How can you set yourself apart? How can you say you're worth $10,000 more?
Yeah,
when you are that, like if you look the same as that other contractor.
Exactly what he said is, hey, you're above 10 grand, and I get that a lot too, and I love hearing that because when I hear that, typically they're gonna approve anyway. If they're not going to approve, they don't approve, and they don't tell you anything.
Yeah, they wouldn't say anything.
They just don't say anything.
Yeah.
But sometimes they'll be like, hey, you were the highest bidder, but I trust you.
Yeah.
Well, we were just in a spot where we had to get the poolcrete in because it kept raining. It was dry finally. This guy was available. He did it, and he did the poolcrete well, but the liner, it had wrinkles. We had to go back and fix a lot of it. But it had to get done.
Did you pay him his bill?
Yeah, I had to. I mean, I had to get it done, and it was the liner was in everything.
What did he say? What was the reason?
3 times the amount.
Yeah, he was. Well, you know, I had because when they sent us the pool specs in an email, like Pool Warehouse sends you this whole big package with all the instructions, and then the pool diagram is there with all the dig specs, and I got that, and I printed it, and I gave that to the pool crete guy, and we excavated it. We had the tilt rotator. We dug it all perfect to the spec, and then when we the liner, we opened that up. There was another dig spec in the liner that came with the custom liner, and I'm like, we probably need to use that one.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, well, that's different than the one you gave me. I'm like, no, they're the same. Well, the angle was 2 feet on one and 3 feet on the other. So we dug it to the 2 feet one, and it needed to be 3 feet. So he had to go in. He had to dig it out more. So he was telling me that extra was for digging it. I'm like, you were there for 4 hours.
Yeah, worth $6,000 more. But
and at this point, it's all done, and I'm like,
I know a couple.
I just wanted to get you out of here now and be done with this and move on and go to the next step. So
no surprise.
I will never use that guy again. He just burnt his bridge because we could have kept him busy because we're going to do more pools, and I'm just not going to use him. But he was just a guy in his truck who was referred from a trusted friend. I was like, oh, this guy worked for a pool company. Now he's out on his own. And so I just like, I'll take him. Like, let's get this done. And I
guess at the end of the day, at least you did put it in. I mean,
it's decent. I would the next one I will do better.
Reputation
as far as the pool crete, but everything on the pool turned out fantastic.
Yeah,
like
the customer doesn't see the pool crete.
And everybody that's come by is like, this is a phenomenal pool. I can't believe it's your first. The guys that set the auto cover for us were like, this is great. We've had pools 4 inches out of square. This one was within a 1/4 inch. Mm-hmm. And it's, it's steel walls and stuff.
Over-deliver, baby.
Yeah.
Over-deliver.
So I was like, we delivered in the end, and they had a 3-way graduation party May 13th with like 200 people there. Wow. And it was all working. We worked through the night a few weekends, like just trying to get it done. And we had flashlights on our phones because there was no light out there for a while.
You should have rented it just like one of those boom tower lights or something.
It was one of those nights where you think you're going to be done at 5, and then it ends up being 10:30 because the veneer stone we were using was just shattering as we cut it with the grinder. And
that's when you just start cussing at the stone.
My brother was not happy that night. I'm trying to frame the screen around all the pool equipment, and the concrete's still somewhat fresh, so the wedge anchors and the poles aren't holding, and they're pulling out. And I'm driving to Home Depot 4 or 5 times to get the right stuff. It was one of those nights. So. And
let me ask you.
It was stress.
You've done a few now, though, right?
I've done that one, but now we're doing another one here soon.
Your second one. You're on your second one?
That's going to be much better. Hey. I am.
Do you already have a sub for the pool crete yet?
Yeah, we have other people. But I'm flying out to Dan Fuquay is friends with Andy Mulder. He invited me out for a day at his company. He said he does 2.5 a month. So
holy cow! So he's cranking them.
Yeah, and he pours concrete in the bottom, which is a different way of doing it. So he's like, I'll show you our ways. They've done 40 or 50 pools.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll take the day off, show you all the ins and outs of our business, how we run everything from like start to finish. I'll go through the process. So he was kind of coaching me through, because I had Craig Scheller and a bunch of friends back home that do pools, but they all do fiberglass, and this was liners, so it was a little different. Mm-hmm. So I was like reaching out to people around the country on Instagram that do liners. They're giving me pointers, so you get 15 different ways of doing something, and I'm trying to make.
In South Florida is mostly concrete.
Okay.
Like it's limestone.
Yeah.
So they dig out the limestone.
Who's wearing a stopwatch?
Oh, that's me. Sorry.
It's like,
is there a bomb on this?
Yeah, no.
12 o'clock Miami time.
It's midnight your time. My goodness. That's insane.
I'm adapting to the.
So you do concrete in the bottom?
Well, in South Florida, you see them pulling out rocks, straight limestone.
Sure, we got a lot of that.
The more south you go, the harder the stone gets. So you need a legit machine to pull those limestones out. But I've seen those bed liners, like those prefabricated pools. They still
fiberglass.
Sell them. But I don't know if it's a Miami thing where people are like, I'm not going to put that in my yard. They want to go big or go home. Or I don't know if
some
it's
of it might be the groundwater because it pushes them up out of the ground. So.
There's a thing in the hurricanes. When the hurricanes hit, one tip is don't drain the pool.
Yeah.
Because the water comes from the ground up. And
once the pressure under it gets higher and lift.
People to try to keep the pool clean, they drain it. But you're not supposed to do that. You have to take all the leaves that fall in the pool during the storm, but the water has to stay in. Because if you drain the water, like you said, the aquifer or whatever pushes it up and you crack your pool, and that's a bigger problem.
And that's a lot of people in Kansas City, not to get it, I guess it's turning into a pool podcast.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. I'm not opposed to it.
So we have a lot of limestone too. And like my friend Craig, he does all fiberglass. A lot of guys do it because it's quick and easy. You set it in with a crane, and then you pour that concrete collar that helps hold it down, and you fill it with water as you backfill with the gravel around it. But a lot of people are saying the vinyl is good because the poolcrete will flex a little. Like we did a whole sub-drain, like sump pump underneath the pool. So all the water that was flowing in and filling it while we built it was going into a sump pump and pumping it out, kind of like a basement works in the Midwest. And you guys have basements in Alabama?
It's so different. No, it's so we have drive-in basements.
Yeah, so we did a pretty elaborate, which a lot of pool companies don't do. Our client was like, man, my friend has a liner pool, and it lifted because they let the water down and the pressure underneath built up, so the liner actually will lift up off the
because all the weight's out of it.
Yeah, because all you're doing is creating a hard bottom for that liner to rest in. But so we did the whole sump system, and we're just pumping water constantly out of that thing. But
you just run out in the yard, like out the back,
out to the curb, basically. But
how do you get that much? So you have negative grade, like you're going from way down deep to all up to the curb. How does that?
Yeah, big pump.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
a big pump.
Yeah, it's a big pump. It's for a sump pump, it's big, but it's just going through an 1.5-inch pipe. So once it's flowing, it's kicking out pretty good water, and then it pumps it down to like 1.5 inches or something. And you're just keeping that pressure down. They do that in fiberglass too. They put a sump down to keep that water pressure low.
So how far the glass is under the pool, right? Yeah. I mean, not the glass, the pump.
Yeah. So if we did,
how do you run the pump? What power? Do you just run wire to it? Like,
we did a ground fault, run it over outside of the pool.
I do not know anything about this. That's what
I'm learning.
And then you just plug it into the outlet, like your standard.
So this is like
outlet.
worst case. Like, how do you
this
work
whole
on
thing?
That?
Well, the pipe is under, but you can pull the sump. You put it in an 8-inch tube, drop it down.
Oh, okay.
So you can pull the
it's
sump
accessible.
out. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
we put a threaded union on it, so you unthread it. So like this pool had 2 fire features with waterfalls, the auto cover, 3 deck jets, all the color changing lights.
It was
2
like
skimmers, 3 return. Yeah, we're like everything you could put on a pool was in this first one. A sun deck with steps, and I'm like, couldn't we have just got like a 12 by 20
normal pool? Yeah,
we would have been in and out, and we wouldn't have looked like fools.
So I don't even know how we got so far into this. How long were you all on that job?
Like I said, by end of January to May 13th. So that sucked up
the whole first quarter of your year.
Yeah, so I'm still digging out from that. And on top of that, I bought that old dump truck.
Yeah.
That was $26,000. I was in this big mode to get debt free. So I sold a really nice truck I had, took that money, paid off my skid steer. That was a 0% loan.
Yeah.
So I paid off $36,000 thinking, sweet, I got $1,000 less in payments. And I go buy this truck in Minnesota for 20.
Exactly.
No, I bought this thing.
This advice, right? And it's applicable to
Getting
certain
worked
things.
up here.
Yeah, exactly.
You're seeing, yeah.
Look, the Dave Ramsey thing, I love it. I went through the baby steps. I wish I could complete
I don't know if I love it, but yeah.
Like,
it's got
exactly.
pros and
it's
cons.
Pros and cons.
Pros and cons. And I like how he has a business aspect of it, but being from Miami, you have to really step it up. You know, you can't just like wait for that next lead. Like you have to back to the brand. Like if you're gonna want to charge good, you can't wait till you have the money for this equipment. You know, you need to deliver. If not, it's gonna just simply take you longer.
Yeah. I mean,
Or you're renting for $5,000 a month when your payment's $1,000 or less. And
that's the reason I bought mine.
Very little renting because Miami is so packed.
What do you think, Craig?
Miami's so packed that if you go go get a rental, it's gonna charge. They're gonna charge you $300.
Oh yeah.
Right, and then to get it is a
The
mission.
logistics.
2 hours or more.
And then typically,
You better hope they have it. That's my problem.
If you're renting a machine because you don't own it, typically that day is gonna be tough, right? Typically.
Yeah.
So what happens? The guys. Either you got to pay overtime because it might be a longer day
More
than usual because you got to go
labor.
to the Home Depot.
Yeah.
My area, it's the Home Depot that is most accessible.
Sure.
But if not, it's the next morning. Now you get charged an extra day.
Yeah.
So now what? Now you got to pay that day. I started doing the math. I was like, for that, I financed the damn thing. And I have it whenever I need it. It's at the ranch. It's waiting for me. We were kind of talking about that recently.
Yeah.
I used to bring the MT100. I've had it for about a year. I used to bring the MT100 only for like the larger scale projects, if it was like, a lot of yards of rocks or whatnot. But now I told myself, no, like you were saying, just bring that thing everywhere.
Yeah.
Even
I mean, it goes with me everywhere I go.
5 minutes on the machine is probably 30 minutes by hand.
Yep. And I catch myself sometimes. I'm rookie, like very newbie machine owner operator. I do catch myself sometimes being like,
I'm with you on that.
Don't wheelbarrow. Like, I feel like, because to me, I'm
go
like,
back to your old way, kind of.
yeah, to me, I'm like, it's faster. Let me just throw it in the wheelbarrow, run and get. Like, I don't want to run the machine. Like, the machine goes so slow. And then I'm like, when I do this for an hour and a half and I'm not tired at all, like,
It makes
at all.
difference.
Because you're good when you're running a wheelbarrow, you're solid for a good 20 minutes, and then your pace starts
It's the
dropping
same
so
with
fast.
excavators and slinging pavers or
Yeah.
a retaining wall block.
Yeah.
You could stand and sling a pallet of block quick for an hour.
Yeah.
But when you have to do it for 8 hours,
Your 8 hour
your
is-
productivity is going way down. So it might be a little slower in the beginning to clamp that thing, but you're just continuing that. It's like running a mile, or a marathon.
Keeping a pace up. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one thing about running a business and being a leader. You have to understand, the quality. If you're going to push like hard labor, expect that quality to drop towards the end of the day.
Yeah.
So if whatever you're going to do, plan it out. So it's not quality based at the end of the day. The quality stuff, the detailed stuff, early in the morning. Especially now. Right now, we're going through 100-degree days.
Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, that's good advice for guys who aren't to the point where they can have a machine yet. They're still having to do a lot of stuff by hand.
But
even
just
when
leadership, period.
Yeah.
You have to read the guys. You have to read body language.
Sure.
You can't just be like, yo, grab another wheelbarrow. And you're looking at the guy, and he's like,
You're
no,
dying.
tell the guy to drink another water, take a 5.
Well, and then when
some
you-
people don't always catch that.
Yeah.
And then when you get the equipment, you got to retrain them to use it. Like,
Yeah.
well, we've always used the wheelbarrow. Well, now you don't have to. You can scoop out of the trailer, bring it over. You don't have to hand load the wheelbarrow.
I did
push it
a revamp on my crew because of that. Because they were very, I had one.
They've done the same thing for a long time, and it works.
Yeah.
Like,
And they're like, no, I'm so strong. Watch how strong I am. No. You're wasting time is what you're doing.
Yeah.
I care how strong you are.
They don't see the $100 per man hour that you see.
yeah, exactly.
Like, hey, you're sitting there for 20 minutes here. You're over there for 40 minutes doing this, shoveling.
And that's what guys have to take into consideration going to the we won't hound the rental thing too hard, but like for me it was literally like, and I'm going to do a whole show on this, but the logistics of getting the machine was where my cost is.
Yeah, that's what was killing me too.
Like I'm spending
such a waste of time.
30 minutes to drive to the place. Well, we'll say 20 minutes to drive there. 30-minute process minimum by the time I get inside, go through the paperwork, get it loaded up, do the safety checks.
Make sure you call before and they got the machine. And
exactly.
All that,
And then it's another 30 minutes back. So so you use
gotta
Home
clean
Depot,
it.
so you know. I don't know if every rental yard is like this, but you have to use their trailers.
Oh, it's happened
mine
sometimes.
does.
One time I rented a
You can't bring your own
stump
trailer.
grinder from Home Depot, and obviously a bunch of people rent it.
Yeah.
And then the nozzle, the handle was messing up. The handle was messing up on me, and it gave out.
Yeah.
And the guy charged me for it.
Oh no.
So since I'm the 10th renter, I get blessed with the charge fee. Like, I was pissed.
Yeah,
that
that's
day,
wild.
I was like, no, this is.
And
not
that
cool.
this isn't a.
Right after that, I bought my own.
This isn't me just saying go buy a machine. You need to have the work for the machine. That's the thing.
Correct.
Like you can't just go say, "Oh, I want a machine." Go buy a machine. Like you got to have the work booked up. You need to go hand labor for 3-4 months.
But
and
you got to get creative.
Or rent. You don't have to do hand labor for 3 months.
Check me
Rent
out.
for 3 or 4 months.
Hear me out. So I saw my machines not being used to its full potential.
Yeah.
I have new machines. I didn't buy not 100% on the Dave Ramsey thing, so I financed all of them. They're brand new. So when you turn them on, they work.
They turn every time.
Every time, you know.
And if something breaks, guess what? You go back to the dealer and they fix it for free.
It's either warranty or a minor fix because it's new. So I did catch my stump grinder kind of sitting around. The MT sometimes it's like longer than I wanted to sitting around. And my buddies would ask me, hey, you got the machine available? You still got that stump grinder?
Yeah.
You know, so I have a group of buddies, obviously trustable guys, the brotherhood I call them, landscape brotherhood. And I rent the machine. Yeah, we can help each other out. I'll do you a favor, but the favor is going to cost you $200.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so I'd rather make the money than Home Depot. They might have to pay $350 at Home Depot. I'll charge them $250.
Yeah, you're still giving them a deal, and you're making your money. I mean, making a little money.
That
So.
$250 pays the bill of the month. Maybe another $10. You know, let's say my stump grinders, it doesn't meet $300.
Yeah.
Same for the MT100.
Yeah.
You rent it twice.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's it. So
That's
you gotta
crazy.
Get creative.
Yeah.
You gotta get creative. You know, you get in your head and you're like, the machine, it's not working. No, there's people that might need it, and just
you got to figure out new ways. So
always.
Did you back to wrap up the pool job? Did y'all? She said January to May. What was that? January, February, March, April 5 months.
We worked other projects in amongst it, like as we were waiting for other So that kept the cash flow coming in, but the profit was severely
under
this year. Yeah,
that's what I was going to say. I mean,
we've done some nice projects, but we're still digging out from that hole we created.
Yeah,
from the
I
pool.
go through that every 6 months, bro.
Yeah,
this is. I mean,
I'm fixing my 6 months, and then you get a good 6 months, and then you screw it up the next 6 months.
Now it's my brother and I, and we have a guy in the summer now. We just haven't had the crew to turn the revenue that we need because we have a lot of work piled up, but it's hard to dig out of that hole when you got 2.5 guys, and we're on some big projects that take some time. So that's our whole I was talking to you earlier about hiring a coach and stuff, which we can get into on another podcast. But I just reached a point where I didn't know how to get out of that. I wanted to learn how to do pools, and I'm proud we did, and I'm not going to let that first one ruin my
what is the word? Like your willingness to do them. Yeah.
I've talked to several people that do pools. They're like, the first one we lost our butts on.
Yeah.
Second one we lost a little bit. We broke even. Third one we made money. The fourth one we crushed.
We made real money.
We know what we're doing. Just like when we learned irrigation and everything else. Like
your first patio.
Yeah, everything is. The first patio I did, I hand dug with the wheelbarrow. 10 inches deep, wheelbarrowed it to my truck.
Yeah, probably wasn't totally level.
Yeah, I wasn't using a tilt rotator with an Encon that did it. It dug it out in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, I was doing it however I knew how and what I could afford. Yeah, multiple days. And then I'd wheelbarrow all the rock in and then wheelbarrow all the pavers in.
Yeah.
Now we got mini skids that are just like, zoop, 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 zoop.
And you stand there and press the button.
So,
back to the podcast thing, the Tom Reber. I recommended that one to you, Tom Reber.
The contractor fight.
Beast. He's a legend. Friendly fire. He talks about friendly fire all the time. The competition isn't the one messing with you, bro. It's you, man. Yeah. It's you.
Yep.
So, you think you're saving money, wheelbarrow. You could have had the machine. And same here.
Yeah.
I just bought that machine. I've been landscaping 14 years. I should have had a machine 5-10 years
ago.
But
but I was like, I'm gonna mess up the lawn.
Yeah.
So don't use the machine.
Yeah.
So
That's all your mindset's messing with you, and that's what this whole pool thing, like, I couldn't let it be like, no, that thing was a disaster. I'm never touching that again. But I'm going to use that as a springboard to Now next year I have a goal to sell 6 pools. I'm like,
you're a real landscaper. You're a masochist.
We'll crush it. Yeah.
You like pain.
Yeah, I guess.
You enjoy it.
I guess. Until you have to pay your bills and you look at your account and you're like,
that's what being a masochist
that was a really
is
stupid decision to do that, but that's in the past. We're looking forward, and it's going to be incredible.
We gotta be real with it.
We've had. That's just been a year of recovering from that, and like I was saying before, the trucks. Bought that truck, and then I put $15,000 in repairs, and then I had unexpected other bills.
Repairs.
Yeah,
they say don't finance.
Get the big 4,700. Yeah. So we went and bought a newer 6,500 Chevy, which has been great. But all that stuff costs money, so we're just working our way through it and doing the best we can this year to recover and trying to keep our heads up and finish this year strong. So yeah. It's going to be awesome. We have some really good plans, and we're hiring. We've got to get outside and really focus on hiring through the fall, and even as winter's coming, we can usually work through the winter pretty good in Kansas City. The winters aren't too terrible.
I don't know how far you want to take this.
Yeah. Not too far. We got to be up at
35 minutes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We got to be up in a few hours.
He's got to give the headline speech tomorrow, so he needs rest.
I don't know about that.
But the hiring, like we were speaking about earlier, we could even do another one about this or whatever, but this is something that I've been preaching about lately, is the youth. Mm-hmm. We have to – it's not going to happen overnight, just like everything. But if there was a large generation – we were speaking about this earlier, like, your parents, our parents, that age group, they were successful. Our parents were successful, but all they knew was tell us to go to school.
Mm-hmm.
Go to school. So they – not shun, but it's like what was the word you were using earlier? They're people that are in the landscaping industry, at least employees. Like as a business owner, you're proud of your business, but then we're here trying to find guys, and they're ashamed to say they're a landscaper.
Yeah.
And if we would change that,
that's
mindset,
our job though. That's on us.
Okay, but it starts young.
Yeah.
We're seeing it all around. We're seeing it all around. So the only way to fix this is generational, like
is to have a podcast that talks about the trades.
Exactly. Talk about the trades. Exactly. And that's why I wanted to throw it in there, because this problem's not going to get fixed if kids keep playing their video games and their parents think it's okay. No, my dad was super old school. He would tell me to mow the lawn. He would tell us to paint. My friends, we were talking about this the other day, and my buddies were like, oh, yeah, I remember going to your house and having to work. Like, if you go to my house, you want to hang out with us, expect to pick up a paintbrush or a rake or something, because my dad was going to make us work, And but even he told, thanks, what, to go?
Yeah, you get to go.
Thank you. You still made it happen. You still made it happen.
That's love right there.
Love, real love. But yes, the fact that the kids don't see the fulfillment in it, because we're a sponge. So if we're told, hey, you're going to have a blast working outside, the kids, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to want to work outside and have a blast. But if you tell an entire generation that they have to go to school just cause, just cause, and now we're at this problem where we have all this work. And then the guys come and go.
I think we're seeing a shift, honestly. I think we're kind of coming out of that a little bit. I think people are starting to work with their hands more.
A little bit, but
not where we need to be.
Exactly.
But a little bit.
I have encountered young entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
I've heard this. I think Caleb has said this. Like, it's not that people don't want to work, because now everyone wants to do their own thing.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I've encountered. I hire guys. They're good guys.
They do it for a few.
They want to do their own thing, and they want to do big stuff. But to do big stuff, you got to take big action.
Yeah, big risk.
Big risk, big balls. Yeah. I always say that, big balls only. Yeah. People say, "Oh, that's great, bro. That's great." No, bro. You this is tough stuff. So, it's not a pretty picture to paint, but it's very fulfilling. And working with your hands. So. It went from like tech to like, oh, everyone can work from home. Everyone can just go to school. Now, all of a sudden, the trades is making all this money, but we don't have people to help us.
Yeah.
So we have to go back to the youth. The old school guys don't want to hear our shit. They don't want to hear us. They don't take us as serious. Anyone plus 40, they look at us like, you guys are kids.
Yeah.
45, 50, and they might know their stuff, but they don't the 30 to 40, we have that.
Well, it's kind of like you were saying, like the guy that screwed up the pool the first time. Like you said, they've been in contracting for a long time. Back in the day, that might have been an acceptable way to install a pool. Times have changed, though. So, I don't know. Yeah. Well, I think we could go on for hours, but we can't do that. We have to wrap this thing up because we got to be up and at 'em bright and early. It is currently 10:30 here, which is 12:30 on the East Coast, 11:30 for me and you.
Woke up at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Get on the plane here. So.
No, it's time to go.
I'm excited for tomorrow, though.
Yeah, it's going to be a good day. So
awesome.
Thanks for tuning in. If you are listening and when the show drops on Friday, a lot of you are probably here at the show. So if you're listening next week, then this is what you saw us doing in the lobby. But anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for just hanging out with us here. Thank y'all for coming on and hanging out. Where can they find y'all if they want to hook up with you on socials?
I'm on Instagram at Sutton Outdoor LLC.
About to hit 10,000, right?
I guess,
pretty close.
Yeah. I gain a few, lose a few.
Yeah, I think you're pretty close to 10, so that's awesome.
Nice.
Thanks.
And then my name is Paul from Miami. The Miami Landscaper.
The Miami Landscapers. The Landscape Brotherhood. So.
Yes.
The Landscape Brotherhood in the trenches forever.
I love it. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank y'all for joining us. And without any further ado, that's going to wrap this one up. And look forward to everybody here on the next one.
Thanks for tuning in to the Growing Green podcast. It is an honor to have you listening, and we hope you receive valuable advice to help take your business to the next level. Don't forget to follow the podcast so you'll be notified when our next episode drops.